What's good everyone, my name is Chefkoch and today I want to talk about an essential producer for the current rap underground scenes and a legend in the making, Bhristo.
You won't slide, baby, keep your body in perfect shape. I'm on Roxy, she make it toxic.
Bhristo is a producer from the Valley in Los Angeles who started making beats on GarageBand and Ableton in high school. During his upbringing, he was listening to a lot of Kanye, but also to rappers from the golden era of SoundCloud like XXXTentacion for example, who inspired him to make music in the first place. Bhristo started taking producing seriously in 2019 when he learned how to use FL Studio, which was way easier to maneuver for making trap music, and he posted a lot of his instrumentals on YouTube. In early 2020, he started digging into underground rap and he was able to work with upcoming rapper Armani. And due to the pandemic, he was only working with artists via the internet, but he was still uploading his instrumentals on YouTube, including some Summers type beats. At that time, the YouTube beats were not oversaturated yet, so Bhristo actually got the attention of the D1 Collective, the precursor to Slayworld, and he was able to make beats for Can, Wyland and Isaiah TG. Bhristo expanded his connections inside the group and also started working with Summers, Autumn and Goonie. He was producing a lot of ambient influenced plug songs that the slayworld artists were rapping over regularly in the early 2020s, like you can hear on Lost and Confused by Autumn for example. Next to that, Bhristo also created more upbeat instrumentals for slayworld artists like Loco by Autumn or Going Scotty by Goonie. You can hear that his beats at that time were very influenced by Zaytoven, Southside and Pierre Bourne due to the focus on crazy melodies and energetic percussions, but Bhristo was also heavily inspired by cloud rap legend Clams Casino, which makes sense because Bhristo is making music to create a feeling and to give people something to turn up to, like he said himself in an interview, and that's something he for sure has in common with Clams. At that time, Bhristo joined the producer collective Paradigm, which was affiliated with a lot of underground rappers and producers from the 2021 SoundCloud scene, like Tana, Midwest, Benji Cole or Zay Skills for example. So Bhristo was able to once again expand his connections in the underground. Due to that, he also started working with Dom Coleo in December 2020, a connection that is present till today, and Dom even named his song Bhristo after him, which is an honor that not many producers can enjoy. Now moving to March 2021, Bhristo started working with Yeet. That was right before his first major hype, and Bhristo made a couple of early rage bangers for him, but sadly they never officially released. Still, I think that this connection opened a lot of doors for Bhristo in the rap industry because Yeet and his producers got huge in the following months. Therefore, Bhristo was also able to co-produce the viral hit Hold My Hand by the Soloni together with Clayco in October 2021, which has got to be one of their best beats to this day. In addition, Bhristo continued to work with Can for songs like AMG and Get Trolled, and at that time he produced for pretty much everybody from the 2021 SoundCloud movement, including further artists like Slum6s, SSG Kobe or Onibino. Then in 2022, Bhristo digged deeper into the underground and started producing for Molly Santana, Skate Star and Zodiac way before they got their attention in the industry, so Bhristo actually started becoming kind of a tastemaker himself, which is also an important factor for long-time success in the music industry because you need to invest in the artist very early on. Then in June 2022, Bhristo produced Why Not by Lucky, which is a song that would change his life.
Why wouldn't it? Got it out the mud, so I'm pouring spray through it.
Bhristo actually met Lucky at a studio session with Can, and that night they created Why Not together, one of Lucky's best singles from the 2020s and probably my favorite track by him. From that day on, Lucky continued to work with Bhristo consistently, and he actually appeared on every Lucky project since they first linked up, and many of you probably know his iconic producer tag Bhristo Talk to Him Slime thanks to Lucky. So this connection really skyrocketed Bhristo into a new dimension and gave him a lot of exposure in the industry. Bhristo really knows how to build long-term relationships with his favorite artists. For example, he reunited with Summers and Can by providing 4 beats for Fallen Raven from June 2022 and 1 instrumental for Way Too Geeked from September, that all go into the experimental trap direction. Next to that, he appeared 3 times on Genesis by Slum6s from July the same year and 5 times on Flawless Like Me by Lucky. Especially FLM is quite outstanding thanks to Bhristo's experimental production, and my favorite song on here has to be Made My Day.
Hey, I'm a geek boy till I'm in a box. She got golf swag but it's Reiki.
Moving on to 2023, Bhristo had 2 production credits for Golden Child Chapter 3 by Autumn from March. His beats on here sound more laid back, kind of reminiscing of the OG ambient plug wave, and it was great seeing Bhristo still connected with his old slayworld friends. Furthermore, Bhristo worked with Destroy Lonely again during the If Looks Good Kill era, but sadly all the songs leaked, so they never made it onto the final album. But the same year, Bhristo also provided 4 beats for On My Own by Dom Colio for May, and 3 more instrumentals for the deluxe version from August. Dom became one of Bhristo's closest artist friends, and I have to say that together they form a really dynamic producer-rapper duo, so I hope that they will continue to deliver hits for us in the future. In addition, Bhristo made 5 instrumentals for the album Sex Money Drugs by Lucky from July 2023, and on here we can find a more laid back and emotional sonority by him, like you can witness on Gemini Love for example. And now, going into a completely different soundscape, in October 2023, Bhristo co-produced 2 instrumentals for A Great Chaos by Ken Carson. On here we can find a dark and very bass-focused production by Bhristo, and I like that he is affiliating more with the Opium artists, because their avant-garde raps fit well onto Bhristo's experimental beats in my opinion. And finally, moving on to June 2024, there are 7 entire production credits by Bhristo on Gemini by Lucky. It is a project he has been the most involved in so far, and honestly it sounds really good. It was one of my favorite records from this year, so hopefully Bhristo will appear numerously on Lucky's next projects as well. Next to that we can find Bhristo on more recent albums like Slaughterhouse Records by Glock for the Spaz and Saheem by Sababy. I especially love the new Sababy project, it just sounds so pure, and Bhristo produced a great song on here titled Kodak. Other than that, Bhristo got more mainstream attention recently after co-producing I Can't Let Go by Lil Tecca and Don Toliver, but he has also been putting on for current newcomers like Jay Chino, Samad and Dave Blunt, once again proving that he is up to date with the new wave. And Bhristo is also doing international records together with UK artists Colds and YT. Honestly, he should really dive deeper into the current UK underground scene, because these guys have been cooking a lot recently and they are gaining global attention. But as a conclusion, Bhristo has to be an essential producer for the current new wave of rap music, since he has a very refreshing and versatile soundscape. Right now he is signed to Empire, so he is making the correct moves in the industry and he is slowly getting the recognition he deserves. And Bhristo apparently even has upcoming cuts with Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi Vert and Baby Keem, so that's gonna put him even more on the map, because those are huge artists with huge fan bases. So I hope that I was able to put you onto Bhristo and prove his importance to underground rap with this video, and with that being said, thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next upload. Cheers!